Yeah, this is Arsenio Williams, author, producer known as Akasha. I'm here with Federal Nightmarez, about to give y'all my true story of my federal nightmares. So tune in, tap in, let y'all know what's going on.
What it do, y'all? It's your host, Big Paypa, coming to you with another episode of Federal Nightmarez. I'm in here with my dog from Kansas City, man, and he got some real federal nightmares for you, but it was from the state penitentiary. I told you from the beginning, it wasn't just about the federal prison system. It's about the whole prison system, because mentally you go through a whole lot. So I'm gonna let him give it to you, let him tell you who it is. It's my dog Bird. Let him know what's happening, bro.
What's going on with the Federal Nightmarez, man? Yeah, I'm an author, film producer. In the street know me as Bird. My real name is Arsenio Williams. I'm from Kansas City, actually born in Arkansas.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, okay, tell me, how much time did you do on that?
Well, when I was 16, I got caught up for a bunch of murders. You know what I'm saying? Basically, I'm a Crip. You know what I'm saying? And we was doing what Crips do.
Right.
And what it was, so there was a string of homicides that happened in a small area. Mm-hmm. And when I got arrested for my situation, they basically hit me with everything, hoping that I'd tell on all the other stuff that was going on. So I ended up getting sentenced to life. They ended up giving me a life sentence in the Missouri Department of Corrections. And I did 22 years in maximum security prisons. The first 20 years I was in maximum security prisons, and then they passed the law that basically was saying if you're under the age of 18 and you have over 15 years, you'll be eligible for parole in 15 years. By the time this law got passed and people was going to see the parole board, I already had 21 years in. Mm-hmm. They gave me a year out date. So in all, I was locked up from October 1st, 2000 to January 19, 2023. So 22 years. Flat, no break, no none of that.
Most of the time you was in maximum security.
Yeah, the whole time I was in the penitentiary for probably about the last year, everybody I was around had life. Life without. I done been in cells with dudes on death row. I done actually been in cells when they done came serve dude they death warrants like, hey, it's time for you to die. You die tomorrow. So yeah, it wasn't a bunch of paroles, you know what I'm saying? It was really kind of hopeless.
Man, so without getting through all of that, you was able to write books, screenplays, how you keep your motherfucking mental mind, how you keep your mind focused enough to do that shit, bro.
All right, see, it's crazy because from 2000 to about 2012, I was still, I was still on there.
Yeah.
Because coming to the penitentiary, you have to reestablish yourself. You got to, let it be known I'm not going for the fuckery or whatever. So for that time, I was wild. I probably done about 9, close to 10 years just in the hole, just basically kind of establishing myself. But what had happened was one of my best partners, they got killed under some mysterious circumstances. You know what I'm saying? Really what it was some of the homies back door of the homies. And when that happened, I was in the hole, and I actually was in the hole for 2 years. And while I'm in the hole, anybody that done a lot of hole time know you have to find a way to get out the hole. Yeah. So I literally was writing these books in my mind. So I'm actually like a character in these books, and this is my world for 2 years. So when I get out the hole, I still got a bunch of young homies that's kind of on the street and running around. We lost a good one with my bro.
Right.
So just me being so into my guys, into the gang or whatever, I gotta open up a door, you know what I'm saying, for the homies. I had already been writing. Right. I've been writing all my life. I started writing poetry when I was probably 7, 8 years old. Right. So when I get out the hole, I just started writing the book. And really it's kind of funny because I actually started writing the books because when I'm in the hole, I'm writing these long ass letters.
Right.
Nobody's writing me back with these long ass letters. So I'm writing people 11, 12, 13, 14 page letters.
You writing books, baby.
Yeah, and ain't nobody hitting me back with this saying. I might get a card like, hey, here goes some pictures. So I'm like, man, you know what, man? Fuck it. I ain't about to keep writing these long ass letters. I'm just going to start writing a book. And I actually started writing the book. And the first book I wrote, the title of it now is Guap Gang, Ashley and Neff's Teflon Love. That was the first book that I actually wrote. And then every book after that was a spin-off from that.
How was that for you to see your first book get published? Though? Like, how did that make you, feel like, man, I think that shit good?
When I got the first book published, because, all right, it's crazy because when I come to the penitentiary, I come to the joint or whatever, like I said, I'm wild. I'm like,
you in that bitch.
I'm here. I got life. You know, I didn't give a fuck when I was on the street. Now y'all done took everything. Yeah, so I'm mad wild. And it's crazy because everybody thought Bird was the stupid dude. He's stupid, man. All he doing running around fighting, stabbing, he caught a body, all this. He's not ever gonna get out. So when I wrote the book, but in my mind, I'm knowing that everybody think I'm stupid. So I'm like, man, this nigga think I'm stupid. So when I write the book, it was more so like, you niggas been thinking I was stupid all these years. So
just gave you fuel, man.
Yeah. So when the first one came out, it was everywhere. I stayed putting it in people's faces. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was and at that moment when I wrote that book, I told myself I'll never commit another crime to eat again. That's what I told myself right then. When I actually got it, and they got the sent in, I had 3 copies of it. The first book I got published was Lieber Lavelle, the autobiography. Like autobiography, but it's B-O-D-Y. It was about a stripper, prostitute that was hella bad or whatever.
Right.
And so when I get this book, I get 3 copies of it. I'm just showing them everywhere, showing them to all the guys or whatever and all of that. But in my mind, I'm like, I'll never, because before I came to the penitentiary, I was a jacker. Like, I'll never have to rob nobody again, never have to sell dope again, never have to do none of that. I got my lane, and this is what I'm gonna do.
So, goddamn it, like, for you to get a vision in your head and to see it flourish, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the beautiful thing you could ever do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because shit, that's what we're here to do. We're here to live our dreams. Our dreams right here, I don't give a fuck where you at. You can still dream and pursue that motherfucker. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit, I was like, bro, you got movies and shit coming out?
Yeah, while I was locked up, I'm a very visual writer.
Right.
And my name is Akasha, and it's an acronym for Always Kill Adversity with Strength, Hope, and Ambition. So whatever adverse situation you face, if you stay strong, strength is the cornerstone, is the foundation of hope.
Right.
And when you got some strength and you got some hope, like I'm being ambitious, whatever it is, whether it's some money, whether it's you just trying to hit all the chicks, whatever your ambition may be, once you strong and you got that hope in yourself, then your ambition will come.
Yeah.
So the screenplays came because I'm such a visual writer. I don't write storyboards, none of that. Like I said, I was writing the books while I was in Ho, so that became my process.
Right.
While I'm in jail, I'll literally put my headphones on, tell my cellie to get out, close the door, and I'll just pace, walking back and forth. And I can actually see the whole book.
Right.
I can actually see the people, what she gonna look like, what he gonna look like, and how he gonna dress. And not just that, but I can actually see the paperback. So I can actually see the words, the commas, the periods, quotations, indentation, this gonna be there. I can see all of that in my mind. So with me being so visual, I just said, man, let me see if I could write a movie. You know what I'm saying? So I actually started writing the screenplays based off of my books because I already know the characters. I already know what they're gonna look like. I already know everything. It was just me learning how to write a screenplay. So I ordered a couple books, started reading, okay, this is how you gotta write this, do this, and then that's how that came about. So now I'm a screenwriter. Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. How we just ran into each other. That's how God do it though.
Yeah.
Somebody on the path, we gonna draw the universe gonna draw you to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's gonna continue to, go up. When you heard about Federal Nightmarez, bro, like, what did you think of?
All right, really what it was the person I was with was talking about you. And she was like, he's an entrepreneur, he be on there, and being down here, you don't hear that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't hear those stories. Right. So then when me and you got the politic, and then the first thing that came out your mouth was shining the light on dude's mental health that's locked up. Yeah. Because prior to me being incarcerated, I was diagnosed with a whole bunch of mental health issues.
Yeah.
So I'm coming into the penitentiary already mentally kind of thrown. So when you said federal nightmares, we trying to bring attention to mental health dudes in the joint. I done seen all sides of it. You know what I'm saying? As a kid, I done been depressed, thinking about suicide and all that. And I done been to the penitentiary where I done seen dudes kill themselves. I done seen dudes snap out. I done seen dudes be in the hole for so long that now they like eating their own shit, cutting on themselves and screaming all day, yelling. And I done seen it. So when you said it, I'm like, yeah, somebody do need to shine a light on that, because if you do have a mental issue in the penitentiary, they're gonna send you to the hole. And that's not gonna
puzzles or some shit.
Yeah, and that's not gonna help you. Or they're gonna put you on some type of psych med that's basically gonna put you down.
Yeah, and that's not gonna help.
Yeah, we had a term for it. We used to call them wobblehead. You know, like a bobblehead. Yeah, that's how they'll just be walking around. You know what I mean?
Shit.
Yeah, like he a wobblehead. You know, he'll come through a regular dude. You feel me?
Yeah.
And they'll put him on some meds, and he just wobbles. You know what I'm saying? That's how he doing this bit.
So you said you had, childhood, early mental health issues. You know what I'm saying? What do you think caused that? Was it some type of trauma you might have seen when you was young? Was it the circumstances you was living in? Like, what you think? Or you just think it was hereditary and passed?
Nah, the root cause was my mom's is from here. She's from Crossett, Arkansas.
Okay.
All my family's from down here.
Okay.
But she had ambitions of doing something other than being down here. But she got linked in with this dude, low key, he like a pimp. You know what I mean? So she got trafficked there. So we end up in Oklahoma, and people be hollering at pimp shit, but there's a dark side to that. Because come with that comes the beatings and all the violence. So I'm a kid and I'm seeing this. Yeah, so I'm like 3 or 4 years old and I'm seeing this dude beating my mama, beating me, almost killed my brother, washed my mouth out with lye soap, all this crazy stuff. So it literally was a situation of where my mom comes. I got an older brother, so my mom comes to me and my older brother like in the middle of the night, like, "Hey, y'all want to leave?" I had an uncle that stayed in Kansas. You know, there's 2 Kansas Cities. Really, there's 3. There's North Kansas City, which is across the river, Missouri River. There's Kansas City, Missouri, and there's Kansas City, Kansas. My uncle stayed in Kansas City, Kansas, which is like a suburban, nice area. So she like, "Man, y'all want to go to Kansas?" We knew what she was asking us. Like, I got to get away from this dude before he killed me. I'm about to leave. I want y'all to sign on. So we like, all right, bet, come on, let's go. So we goes to Kansas. Mind you, we escaped like in the middle of the night. Like cuz don't even know we gone.
Right.
So all this time from probably about 4 to roughly about 10 or 11, I used to have these nightmares that this fool caught up with us and killed my mama, killed me, and fucked us around. And the nightmares actually stopped when I signed on with the hood, when I became a Crip.
So that's what really made
That's
what I was trying to get to.
Yeah. So when I become a Crip, in my mind, I'm like, fuck dude.
Right.
Even if he find us, I got big homies. We'll kill that nigga.
Yeah.
I wish he would pull up now.
Yeah.
All right, so so that's my mentality, and it's crazy because the thing that brought me from the depression and the juvenile mental health issues, I had to see therapists. Mom had me going to see therapists, put me in hospitals and all of that.
Right.
The only thing that brought me back from that was the gang violence. So that goes from one craziness to a whole nother different level of crazy. So yeah.
Man, you've been through a lot, bro.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna be on some Tyler Perry type shit. I'm just saying, I already know it's gonna go down. We locked in.
Yeah.
Nightmare, goddamn. We in this bitch. Big Paypa, season 2. You know what it is, man.